Chicago, traveling around. He's in the Midwest. It's raining here in Montana. I fucking hate it. You don't like the weather? Wait 5 goddamn minutes. I am the Gaming Pegasus 187, hosting this week, and with me is the Brian Pillman to my stunning Steve Austin, Mr. Michael Burhan.
Yes, I pissed on that column. That's what happens when people do it because I'm flying Brian. Plus I have long hair. My recent
Was it a rug that tied the room together?
Speaking of Paul Heyman guy. So speaking of Paul Heyman, we have Mr. Heyman himself, Lawn Boys Post, 1975, Mr. Dave Wade.
What's up? Has anyone got a really strong sense of deja vu right now? Or is it just me?
I've got a sense of deja vu.
Yeah, because...
I have a sense of deja vu in my pants, Dave. There's a deja vu in my pants. Because pants.
Okay, thanks for that, Burhan.
No thanks needed.
You're welcome.
So yeah,
Yeah, that's right,
speaking of
pal.
which, this is probably the third time that we've tried to stream Slamcast today. We had issues and reasons. So with that,
Yes.
Terrorists, mainly terrorists. I blame terrorists.
I blame BT. That's who I blame.
Don't say the name out loud!
It's like telling an actor to break a leg, or saying the name of
Really?
Yeah. Macbeth, sorry.
But yeah, we've basically got a few bits of news. There's time to the news. Nobody answered the Ask Him right last week, so what's going on with you people? So we're doing a new Ask Him this week.
So it's a Euro Millions rollover. You get it right this week, you win £6 million. Go get it off Richard Branson.
Yeah, go get it from Richard Branson. So you'll be like, why are people telling me that Michael Burhan basically asked people to get $6 million from me?
Who is this Burhan Pegasus and Lawn Boy bloke? I don't know, but at least I could get across the channel in a balloon if I wanted to. Just saying.
Hey, he could get across the channel in a used condom. Just saying.
Jesus.
Yeah, I believe it's called British Airways, isn't it?
Exactly. In the news at the moment, currently, we've got some issues going on with Daniel Bryan, and it's saying that Daniel Bryan himself is kind of suffering at the moment. You know, he's been sent home from the European tour because he's really, really banged up. So, Mr. Host, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so he wins the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, and he was supposed to defend it at Extreme Rules. Doesn't look like that's happening anymore, but they pulled him off of the rest of the UK tour because they had him go out with Sheamus, and Sheamus busted him up, and hopefully it's just because they're looking out for him and it's nothing serious.
We're just talking precaution then, because he got a bit of a slapping, so they just want to, rest him, make sure, basically look after their investment.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, Brian, we want to make sure that you're okay. Oh, Sheamus, give him a concussion.
Yeah. It is funny, which is, we were just going to make sure you're all right. By the way, go and get your head kicked in by this guy. Just saying.
Yeah. It sounds like something that
when Brian's the guy that says you're going to get your fucking head kicked in. Because reasons. Oh my! You just hope it's nothing serious, but.
Well, I'm assuming if they've not released any news on it, then they just don't want to. They don't want to stir up rumors or anything. So it does sound like it's precaution. Because if it was really, really serious, then they probably would do some sort of press announcement and say, "Yep, he's got a fuck knee" or whatever. But because if someone's properly banged up, you can't keep that shit quiet, can you?
No. I mean, it's not like Michael Cole, who got F5'd into oblivion a few weeks ago. Well, first they said it was cervical damage, which was completely tone deaf of him, after the whole Perro Aguayo thing. And then they quickly changed it, but, we're supposed to forget that you said cervical damage. And by the way, thank you, Mr. Miguel Leon, for that epic bit of hilarity last week. I was laughing about that for a couple of days.
Do they, when they do these announcements, do they suddenly think when they want to change it that they've got a Control-Alt-Delete or something? Like, oh no, just get rid of that Control-Delete.
They legitimately think we're supposed to forget that, Brock Lesnar.
Is that the joint you're looking for?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, so JBL was asking Cole on Raw, what are you going to do about Brock Lesnar? You're suing him? And he just kind of, I can't remember the exact answer, but it just pretty much kind of dropped it. I'm not discussing it at this time. Well, Like all of a sudden we're supposed to forget. Like they're not obviously not going to turn into a storyline because, well, quite frankly, if you think about it, yeah, Michael Cole comes out and says, "I'm suing Brock Lesnar." Those will be the last words he ever says, because he will have a permanent spot in the Suplex City Cemetery.
Yeah, I could just see him like destroy Cole, and then like every single night Cole comes out, Brock makes him his bitch. That's just you'd see Cole basically being anally raped in the ring. That's
Oh, God.
I don't want to see that happen. Bless you, Michael Cole, and your quick healing powers, because you're Warlock.
You ain't healing that
Come on,
quickly.
you're making Deadpool look. You're making Deadpool heal slow.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
They killed off Wolverine, yet Michael Cole comes back after a week. Just saying, it's kind of human. Speaking of Michael Cole's healing factor, we also got the confirmation as why Taz left the the TNA, should I say. He went on a wrestling podcast and went, "Hey, why do people wanna know why I left? TNA doing their thing, I'm doing my thing, and me and Josh Matthews, there's rumors saying that we fell out. Yeah, we fell out. Can't two guys not want to talk to one another anymore?" And I'm like, dude, just say it. You fell out with Josh Matthews because you didn't like something that was going on. You then complained. Head office decided to release you instead of paying you more money.
There's an old cliche in the business, which is people, if you want to shoot your mouth off, then shit's gonna find your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. Yeah, as a commentator, I've never been a fan of Taz. I think he's been useful, but he's one of those guys that you sit there and you laugh at and point like a sideshow attraction.
He's train wreck entertainment.
He's not a Jim Ross guy. He's not color. I think the best color guy would be someone like King. Jerry Lawler, I think, is one of the best. Even Booker T, I don't even rate that well as a color guy. Kevin Nash is a fucking amazing color guy. But Taz is kind of one of those guys you just sit there and go, meh, he's there.
What's on the other channel?
Tolerable, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, I've never minded Taz's commentary.
Yeah, but he's not the most amazing thing out there.
Right. Like, it's, like, JBL now is nowhere near JBL when he was doing the commentary thing in 06 and 07 on SmackDown. Like, JBL can be a damn good commentator, but I think, at least with, WWE guys, they're hindered. They got Vince McMahon in their ear telling them what to say, and it's like, this is... that's why you don't want to listen to it, because not that these guys are bad commentators, it's what they're being told to say.
I thought Mick Foley was one of the best commentators on SmackDown, alongside...
Yeah, Foley was good.
Yeah, when he was doing it with Jim Ross.
Man, that was a team.
Do you remember when he kept calling Sambo, Mumbo, and stuff like that? And I thought, comedy stylings and stuff really helped. But Vince was shouting him in the ear, and Foley was like, "I can't deal with this." And people just...
You know what the problem is, don't you? Which is why they were good, which is too few people have chemistry these days where you can put them together and they really connect.
Yeah, and
you can't force shit like that.
With Taz and Josh Matthews, you could tell they had no chemistry whatsoever. Josh is good. I think Josh is far better in his role than people give him credit for. But at the same level, it's like there's a lot of problems that TNA is currently going through. So I can understand why Taz decided to abandon ship. I just don't think Taz is ever going to be working as a commentator ever again. I don't think that WWE will want to bring him back at all. They've got guys. You can see how they treat their color guys. They don't really give a shit. Everyone's replaceable now. So
everyone's expendable.
Yeah. So they don't,
oh yeah.
I
mean, unless you're John Cena, you go around slapping a guy backstage, you're probably gonna get fined and it's gonna be swept right under the rug. If you're Del Rio,
don't do that again, Cena.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
If you're someone like a Del Rio who finds out some jackass made a racist remark, tells him to apologize, he does it, and he smacks the guy, and you're intending on resigning anyway. Bye-bye. See you later. Go wherever we don't need you anymore. Double standard, yeah. I feel like, as far as the commentators, I feel like Cole could get away with doing some insanely stupid shit. Like, he could go around and just punch someone backstage for not making his coffee right, and he'll just get a fine. And I mean, remember what he did on Twitter a few years ago when he used the gay slur tweeting Josh Matthews? Nothing happened because they were going into that really stupid fucking feud with Lawler, which should have.
They did tend to tone it down. I remember that.
Oh, that was big of them. You know what rhymes with WWE, don't you? Hypocrisy.
Yeah, they tend to be. It's a boys' club. The wrestling business has always been a boys' club. You know, doesn't matter how corporate the company gets, it's always going to be a boys' club.
They'll always have an Elvis, and it'll always be surrounded by yes men.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And there's nothing really anyone can do about it. It's always going to be Vince's way, and I think once the company transitions over to Hunter and Stephanie, it's still going to be that kind of thing. You know, these two are going to be more...
think Triple H, at least, with Hideo Itami getting eliminated as early and how he did it at WrestleMania, I kind of have a feeling like Triple H really had no say in that, because I don't think Triple H would have... he would have made Hideo look a lot better than he did. I just fear when you see it, like you watch NXT and you see someone like a Sasha Banks or Bayley or Balor, you see these guys that are doing really good, and then you're like, oh god, what they make the main? Look what happened to the Ascension. Done really nothing with them. I mean, they were randomly in the battle royale.
Yeah, but that was Vince's fault. I'm going to put the blame solely on Vince McMahon for the Ascension because he thought, let them mock every single tag team on the planet because reasons.
I mean, I thought they were doing just fine down at NXT with how they were. I mean, I don't, definitely didn't. They probably could have used someone who could talk for them, but as far as what they were doing down there, it was fine. They were running roughshod through everybody. And I guess Neville's been doing okay. He hasn't, we didn't get the full-on goofy freaking Mighty Mouse gimmick. We got, the cape, and he's got, the pyro. I mean, it's not bad. It's not as bad as it could have been. It's passable. I just fear they bring, someone up like, Sami Zayn. They decided to turn him into a generic luchador. Because reasons. They bring someone up like Hideo up, and they make him like a Tajiri. Like, Tajiri really ended up being more of a comedy character. I think he was going around beating up Coach a lot of times.
I would love to be a fly on a wall in one of their corporate meetings to hear the shit they come up with behind the scenes for their reasons.
The Divas division as well. Apparently, it came out that one of the creative writers said that the Divas division, they're not heel and face, they're just a bunch of bitchy women.
Oh, the thing is, you wouldn't be able to be a fly on the wall, right? Because you wouldn't be able to be quiet. Because the minute they said something, you just go, "Wait, really? I mean, seriously?
Are you fucking kidding me?" God,
Nick, we've got another one of our hosts on right now, Mr. Matt McWhorter, making his return to the show after a 2-week hiatus.
Awesome.
Hello,
Matt. We're just talking about...
You guys hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. We're talking about currently the WWE and the way they kind of book matches at the moment, and we're talking about the Divas. But it's been coming out, the whole issue of the give Divas a chance, and he was actually saying about the reason why they booked AJ versus Paige the way that they did was because they never wanted either of them as heel or face. They just wanted them to be frenemies.
Ooh, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That does make a lot of sense, especially sensationalism and all that.
Well, it's basically the way they did it was kind of the Kardashian way of thinking. I'm bitchy, she's bitchy. We'll make up in the end and kiss.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Just remember, people. Just $1 a week will help poor little lady down on luck. Remember, divas need love too.
Right, let's see what else we got on the news section here.
Yeah.
News section. Apparently, Bray Wyatt's promos are targeting Ryback. He's gone from targeting The Undertaker to Ryback. Seriously?
Yeah, he's still calling himself the new face of fear because we're supposed to forget he got beat at WrestleMania. Another example of the old Control-Alt-Delete by WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
Bray Wyatt never lost to Undertaker at WrestleMania.
It's gone.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Matt, what do you think of this?
Ryback.
Have you?
So they're put.
I have to agree.
Have you seen?
Pretty much Control Alt Delete. It's just like deleting a wrestler in the old Nintendo 64 games.
Yes.
It up. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm having some volume difficulties here. Hold on a minute. I love those HDMI things.
Damn.
We mentioned it quickly before you were on, didn't we? But you gotta love WWE for the simple fact that, you know, as much as we love you, and you know, like with WWE Network, and you do, you know, look after us and give us great value for money, but you do treat your fan base rather complacently at times.
A lot of times you treat us like we're fucking idiots.
Yeah. You know,
really,
because
you're supposed to forget that.
I understand if they wanted to forget something tucked away in a tiny little corner of the year where no one's watching or anything, but you can't just say, remember that at WrestleMania? It didn't happen. I mean, it's only the biggest wrestling event of the year. No, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Forget about it. You made that up.
We're supposed to kind of all of a sudden believe that the Bella twins, who were feuding for a month, are all of a sudden back on the same page the very next week because reasons.
Because actually,
well, yeah, exactly, and because their stupid fucking writers on Total Divas decided to not go through with what they were gonna do. So this is why the fucking Divas division drives me nuts. It's because trying to build storylines off of Total Divas, which I don't watch because I don't fucking care. This Total Kardashian crap, I don't fucking care at all. I don't care about fucking Eva Marie's love life. I don't care what the hell's going on. I don't watch this reality bullshit. Period.
It's good to see that the Kardashians have infected all facets of TV and all forms of entertainment. You know, the fucking idiots in boardrooms just go, hey, you know that bird with a massive ass? We could use some of that shit in here. No, people don't like crap. I'm famous for not doing anything. I don't know why I made it sound like the Queen then. Never mind.
Yeah,
famous for not doing having anything. Sex with a dude on camera. That's why.
That actually is kind of, you know, what the Queen's famous.
Didn't she win Woman of the Year as well?
Now, apparently, Dana White calls Ronda Rousey's WWE appearance one and done. He's saying that she's not, you know, going to be doing any more WWE stuff. She'll probably be doing loads of butt stuff. Who knows? She might like that.
I'd do butt stuff with her.
I know you would. You'd probably let her punch you in the face if it means that you could do butt stuff with her.
Exactly.
No, Nick. You need standards. Only if she buys you dinner first.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
But yeah, so apparently it's one and done. She's not coming back to WWE to wrestle any sort of matches. Yeah, what does everyone think? So we'll start with you, host of hosts.
Oh, of course. We'll get the one big pop at WrestleMania, and then who cares? I mean, it's not like she was going to wrestle anyway. I don't see the harm in her doing a one-shot manager appearance, you know, her in Rock's corner. You know, if they decide to do Rock and Triple H next year, I see no problem with her in Rock's corner with, you know, Stephanie in Triple H's corner. And then, you know, you get some random, you know, Stephanie gets an armbar slapped on her or whatever. I didn't see the harm in that. I never saw her wrestling. She's still fighting. She's still kicking everybody's ass in the women's division in the UFC. So, I mean, she doesn't want to risk that. But a simple, you know, quick manager appearance or whatever in the corner for someone at WrestleMania wouldn't have been a big deal. But it was definitely a hell of a moment. First of all, the over 9,000 shirt was just like, okay, I love this chick. And the fact that, you know, she hip tosses Triple H, and you see Rock in the background, like, oh shit. Like, god damn it, Hunter, I wouldn't even fuck with Ronda Rousey. Shit.
Yeah, I think they could have
a
very, very good pay-per-view match with her and The Rock at the next WrestleMania. It's a shame that they're not going to go through with it now, that Dana's like, yeah, that's it, you know. But we shall see. On
nothing. Never say never. I mean, they. Well, this comes back to Control Alt Delete land, doesn't it? Which they say these things, but I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't hold it as a solid handshake agreement or anything because, well, you know, what happened at WrestleMania? I don't know. I've forgotten. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't say that's
like we're gonna people are gonna forget that. Like, people are gonna forget Ronda Rousey coming over the barricade at WrestleMania and hip tossing Triple H, who's about twice her size. Yeah, we're gonna forget that. We're not that goddamn stupid. Shit.
I've got a funny feeling something happened there, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
It's like we're supposed to forget who won the world title at WrestleMania 20.
Yeah. What they should just say is,
SummerSlam.
you know, yeah, which is, you know what, with the way they DC Comics their history, you know, it's Crisis 101 on Infinite Earths, basically. It's I can't take anything they say as, you know, 100% now. So yeah, I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, that we see it again. So
in legal news, it's also pointed out that according to the Hollywood Reporter, former Universal Wrestling Federation star Steve Wild Things Ray lost a court battle against ESPN as Ray alleged ESPN violated his publicly and private rights under Missouri law. They rebroadcasted old match footage from the 1990s. The three-judge panel noted that ESPN did not use Ray's likeness or name in an advertisement without permission to promote the commercial product, and as a distinctive court correctly noted, Ray's likeness could be detached from copyrighted performance that were contained in the films. The verdict comes just days after WWE and ESPN were sued by a father of deceased wrestler Eddie Gilbert, who publicly rights of using old footage from WWE television and internet. So it basically means that if the WWE have rights to wrestlers' likenesses and images prior to the time that they gave consent for use of rights and images and likenesses, they can use it, which is kind of...
Isn't that a contradiction in terms, though?
Well,
yeah.
like,
which is we have the rights to you before you actually accepted that you wanted to allow us your rights.
No,
that's
but the
kind
thing is,
of...
he probably signed a waiver back then, so they're probably just trying to say it's null and void because it's from the 1990s. They're trying to say no, you know, the rights have been, there's permission to use those rights. You competed under that. Don't see what the problem is. So,
there is a certain irony though when they say that they didn't infringe using his likeness, or they didn't use his likeness when, well, basically, who else is he? Do you know what I mean? It's like you did technically, really. I mean, I know law is all over-encompassing and powerful, and we can't fight it at that level. But it's like you did really use his likeness. Let's not be honest here, you know. Oh, so let's be honest here. Let's not fudge around the ring or anything. No pun intended. Because he's him. So it's his likeness. Do you know what I mean? That's like me walking downtown and breaking into a store, ripping off a pair of nice Nikes, and then when the police come to my house, and that's not me, but it looks just like you, but it's not me. No, it's all right. Oh, you're right, Dave. It's not you. It just looks just like you.
Well,
I should try that. I need a new pair of shoes.
God
dang,
damn it.
yeah, that's...
Actually, that's not true. I only buy Reebok. But no, but you get the point I'm saying is, which is I understand that we can't, you know, like, you won't ever beat these lawyers at that level and shit, but it is his likeness because he was there.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, that's like things get all muddled between a persona versus the person itself, and you could you know, back and forth that in court for a while on the legalities and, you know, lawyer, quote unquote lawyer language. It's such a gray area too. That's one of those. Oh, we're gonna have some people. There's gonna be some names in a lot of these precedents when they bring up in the future for, like, you know, in any professional athlete's gonna be like that.
Well, if you check out Seth Rollins' Instagram, he posted a picture of himself and Kevin Owens with their respective championships, saying, I believe with the tagline that they were strong-headed, and see how far they've come. I like this. You know, again, I do like to see two guys who are standouts in Ring of Honor, you know, show their respective kind of, you know, titles in WWE and how successful they've been. So that really helps.
Yep.
In the end, with that one, we move on to our final little bit of news, of course, because it's been a bit of a slow news week, apart from Taz bitching and moaning about, you know, and how things are going. TNA apparently are pushing...
Let's not forget, which we did in our first failed bots live attempt at this, the unofficial, not official, joining the WWE.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in a second. TNA President Dixie Carter recently noted on Twitter that David Richards will be competing in TNA's X Division title while the Wolves' partner Eddie Edwards is out recovering from injury. And apparently, the EC3, Ethan Carter III, has big plans for him to have a push in TNA. The guy has been undefeated for nearly 2 years, hasn't he?
Pretty much.
So
yeah.
And as for TNA, I watched the latest TNA where they had the tag titles with the Hardys won it in an Ultimate X match where they used ladders. Ladders, people.
I tell you what, the thing is though.
Okay, hold up. That
X
fucking
match
defeats the entire purpose of the Ultimate X match.
where they used ladders.
Did they use the ladders to climb to get the belts?
Yes.
Wow.
And
way to piss on your own fucking stipulation, TNA. Because the whole idea is that they couldn't use they couldn't use that was the whole idea behind the Ultimate X. Is that no ladders could be used to grab the belt. You had to actually traverse the fucking cables. Fuck! The only other time before this I remember seeing someone use ladders was actually, a Team 3D. When they won the tag titles, it was an Ultimate X match. They had to cheat. They used the ladder to get the belt when the rest weren't looking or something. They used them to cheat. But the Hardys are a face team, right?
Yep.
Exactly. Oh, fucking hell.
I guess TNA comes from the best, which is apparently they've adopted the WWE stance of control delete as well.
Well, they did. The thing that bugged me the most about this match was the run-ins. Like, every time someone was going to get a title, someone ran in. You had EC3's bodyguard running. Tyrus, I think I just call him the big fat walrus guy. He
Brodus Clay.
Yeah, Brodus Clay. Somebody called his mama. Then you had
yes.
Homicide running for the BDC. Then you had someone else running, and then more people were running in. And I was just like, for fuck's sake, can't the people who competed in this match actually compete to get... It was supposed to be a really competitive match. It's like, why did you fucking even bother doing an Ultimate X match? Why didn't you just make it a ladder match?
The words clusterfuck come to mind.
It was a huge clusterfuck. I watched it and I was just like, you can't, it's the first time TNA have ever sucked as since their reboot, and it really soured me on the whole thing. I couldn't believe it. I felt like just going to Dixie's house and going, hello, McFly, hello.
God. Oh, yeah. I heard about the run-ins.
We had a blind spot.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I heard about the run-ins. I didn't realize that they used the ladders to get the bell. I think that irks me just as much.
That's an insult.
Is because, well, it's an insult to the whole idea of the Ultimate X match. Which the idea is, you have the two cables that cross in the middle of the ring, and you hang, the X or the belt or whatever, and you're actually supposed to traverse the cables to get to the belt. Well,
maybe they just got lazy and they just went, look, guys, seriously, it's a lot of work. Oh, you're all right. Here you go. I'll tell you what, all right, just this one time you can have some ladders, because, it is a lot of work.
Well, I guess they should have made it a fucking ladder match. And then, we would have just been bitching about the run-ins. But nope. TNA logic, everybody. Fuck.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, WWE have released 2K15 on PC. Believe it or not.
Ooh.
But there is an exception. Yep. The game recently confirmed former Divas champion Paige will not be included in upcoming PC platform release of 2K15. It said Paige was a character that was exclusive to the Showcase Season Pass subscribers for the home video game console. So
yeah, but then this is WWE, isn't it? Even though she'll be around at some point, I guarantee it.
So in a sense, it's a bare bones version of the game with. Does it have the My Career mode?
It has everything, but apparently she's the only thing that's not included because she's included as part of the season pass, which you're not getting with the PC version.
What?
So are all the the showcase season stories in there?
No idea. I've got to look out for more details. More details to follow, people, because it hasn't officially been released yet. This isn't like This isn't like GTA 5 being released on the PC. This is.
Can I go on a tiny little tangent rant?
Go for it, Dave.
Right. WWE Network, I really, really like you. You're such good value and everything, but can you stop spamming my fucking inbox? Does anyone else get this? I get fucking like 5 emails from them a day. And it's doing my head. Yes, I know. I'm a member.
Network.
Yeah. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe they... but it drives me nuts.
They'll email you about everything. Watch this on the WWE Network. We've added this.
They email me for like stuff that's not even fucking WWE related.
Yeah, Netflix do the same thing.
And then I'm supposed to forget about it.
We've uploaded more movies for you to watch. Do you like TV shows or comedies? Do you want to
realize
violate
more movies? I'm only a member.
Good shafting. So yeah, they do it a lot. So.
I know that's me having a pointless bitch, but it does annoy me because I like to stay on top of my inbox, if you know what I mean. And plus, also, since it comes up on my Windows phone, it's like constantly getting messages, and you think, oh, have I got a text from someone? Is it serious? Oh no, it's just fucking WWE Network again. Do you like wrestling? No shit, WWE. I'm a member.
Going on from that,
yeah.
What we'll do now is we'll talk a little bit about what's happened this week in terms of wrestling, from Ring of Honor. Basically from Lucha Libre, of course, Lucha Underground. And also talk a little bit about what's been happening in the other organizations like Raw and SmackDown, etc. We're going to do a kind of a brief touch-up, nothing too big, guys, just to basically touch upon what's been going on and what's been happening. So, let's start, Mr. Host of Hosts. What have you been watching this week? What wrestling have you been watching?
Oddly enough, I've just been watching, watch NXT this week, which is really good. I've been watching some of the, Attitude Era Raws on the network. Just kind of been watching the ones, with the McMahon Hell Month, as I call it. Austin the Zamboni, Vince getting his ankle broken, then Bedpan McMahon, etc. And I'm actually watching the 98 Judgment Day right now. But as far as NXT... we had a really fucking good pull-apart brawl between Zayn and Owens. So, Alex Riley gets beat by Kevin Owens again. This guy doesn't know when to fucking quit. Quit while you're ahead, dude. Because Owens is about to powerbomb him into the fucking apron again. It was about to powerbomb the apron. Yeah. Zayn comes down, they start brawling, and all you got guys, referees from the back coming in, and... I didn't see my buddy Clay, though, so fuck. Sawyer Fulton was out, but besides the point. So they're pulling these guys apart. Eventually, Zayn just jumps off the top turnbuckle, takes everybody out on the floor with a flip dive. And you see Owens, he's retreating. He is fucking retreating. First time we've seen Kevin Owens retreat.
I believe the term you're looking for is he was shitting his pants.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of there fast enough. At all. So, yeah.
Yeah, reasons. And going on from that, NXT was pretty good. The one thing I have to admit, what's that muscly woman's name? I keep forgetting what her name is. It Dana Brooke?
Dana Brooke, yeah.
Yeah.
Her promo skills are awful. She competed last week. Her wrestling ability is terrible, and all I keep seeing is her grabbing her boobs. That's the only redeemable factor that she has, where she keeps touching her curves. I'm like, cool.
Do you like me though? When what you see, you just think you want to say it. With everyone else in the room, you just want to say, "I'm sorry, people, but I got to say this." Someone's thinking this. Why are you even here?
I know why she's here, because Triple H is a fan of hers. She's a bodybuilding diva, so and they think, and she can move to the point where she does those kick things where she'll spin.
So she's got the persona of Cowturd.
Pretty much, she's probably as bland as, well, basically one of those extra fit Rivita slices.
I was just going to say, you beat me to the punch. She's as bland as fucking cardboard toast.
Yeah, pretty much. And, she's probably as bitter as kangaroo burgers. I just don't see, for me, looking at her...
I'm still going to try those, Burhan, by the way. I'm still going to try those.
As someone as a professional wrestling fan, and also someone who's competed in the industry, I can see that they can train her from the ground up. They've done it, you know.
Yep.
The big.
Yeah, but it's a bit too late because she's in this position right now where it's like, shouldn't you have given her a fucking personality?
Well, look at
if I ever
Enzo.
meet her to her face, I'll deny all of this. I'll say
Enzo
Control
Amore,
Alt Delete.
right? Enzo Amore is a guy who's trained by WWE. He's never been out there. He's never wrestled anybody else, and he's a bodybuilder guy as well. So he's got a great gimmick. He's got an amazing personality, and he's...
Yeah, but that's what it comes down to, isn't it? Which is personality. And sorry, world, you know, it may not be fair that some of you just don't have personality.
Yeah, she's got a personality of a sieve right now. But hopefully they can fix that. Maybe give her a manager. There is an upside to her. I just don't see it at the moment. And the fact that they hyped her like... She had promos going on for about nearly a month, didn't she?
All right, call her then, Burn. Do you see her around in 4 years'
A few
time?
weeks for sure, yeah.
No. I don't see her around probably... They'll probably have her for about maybe 3 to 4 months. But they could... There's two things they could do. They could end up calling her to the main roster, or they could probably pop her into like the booth, or you know, somewhere where she doesn't have to do anything. Or she could end up doing a Rosa Mendez where she's just used sparingly and everyone knows that she can't wrestle.
Or realistically, I think we know what's going to happen.
She serves him.
She'll disappear and we'll just pretend she never existed. Who was she?
Or Vince,
what was her name? I forgot her.
Or Vince kind of retcons it, you know. Dana Brooke, her name is. She's like a muscular diva. She's... No offense, I will say she's very sexy. You know, she looks really nice.
Mm-hmm.
When working her in the ring made me go soft. I went in that ring and she was terrible. She was wrestling Blue Pants of all people. And Blue Pants is really good. She's very like... Blue Pants knows how to wrestle in that ring. She wrestled her and she made Blue Pants look shit. And a lot of it was because she was controlling the majority of the match. And if they want to basically push her, she's got to squash people. Which you don't really do with a diva. They got to look technically, you know, gifted. And now, same thing, you know, same thing goes for Carmella. Carmella at least has some sort of personality, but at the same level, her wrestling prowess is terrible. You know, she was in the ring. She wrestled a couple of times. She wrestled Alexa Bliss, who, by God, I would love to spread that woman on toast. But
That's not right, Rita.
But the same thing, it's like watching those two in the ring made me want to barf. It's, well, you know, throw up if you're English. But I just don't. I don't see it. And
I am familiar with what the term bath means, Mr. Burns.
I know, and the thing is with the NXT divas are, you've got the girls like Charlotte, you know, you've got like
Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch, you know.
You've got these girls who can wrestle and who can put on amazing 5-star matches as good as like most of the men. Then you've got those girls who just have looks but don't really have any talent. And the problem
give them time. We'll see. Because remember, that's what NXT is.
Yeah, and that's
so
territory. But
I've said before, I'm a lot more forgiving of bad wrestling on NXT because I understand it's developmental. There's still a lot of these girls or guys are still learning. If it was the main roster, I'd be taking a shit. I'd be fucking pissed.
But the thing is,
really, you're on the main roster.
It's basically school or college for wrestling.
I could see it though, as a situation where she could be a Rob Terry, which is she looks nice, but can't pick anything up. I really hope that she progresses and she gets a lot better in the ring because I've seen really talentless girls become really good. Like one of the best females in the industry, Trish Stratus, was once terrible. So who knows?
Yeah. And I mean, she picked it up, and she became one of the best. She was one of the best of all time, one of my all-time favorites. And you look at someone, you know, I'm trying to think who else as far as like the guys like Kurt Angle, as fast as he picked up the business, it's amazing that he went from just a young guy coming in, and within a year he had held, I think, every title in the company. So there are people that can just pick it up just like that. There are people that need to train their asses off, and we'll see where someone like a Dana Brooke or a Carmella are at, by this time next year.
Totally agree with you, and that's
well, it's like any sport, isn't it? There's people who are naturally talented that can almost be lazy with their skill, and there are other people that basically just have to get there for sheer work ethic.
You know, one of the guys I'd say is naturally talented and extremely lazy with the way he performs is Randy Orton. I really believe Randy Orton is someone that can put on an amazing 5-star match, just doesn't want to. You'd rather just sit.
He could. Yeah, I mean, Orton is, third generation, and he is good.
He is.
I mean, really fucking good.
Yeah, he is. Matt,
he is, but he does reek of I just want my paycheck at moments.
Yeah, he does. Matt, your opinion?
I was just saying, I agree with you. I mean, what you were saying earlier. Are you talking about Randy Orton?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He can, there's something like where you can just sense there's the holding back, and that's the most annoying part is when you can tell there are people that aren't really good technical wrestlers, but they have the heart and they can't do that. So it's kind of like a slap in the face because you're like, really? It's like in a relationship, you're like, really? I can tell you're holding back. I know. I can see this, and it gets a little frustrating,
I agree.
That's
frustrating because you've got.
This comes back to what we said before. It's also another big slap in the face to your fans, specifically the wrestlers' fans of that individual. Which is, well, I've paid my money, and we know that you've got true skill. So how about you just give me 100% as opposed to 25 for once? Do it less often. I don't care, but just fucking go balls to the wall, batshit crazy, and show us the rest of that. We know you are.
But going on from that, guys, let's move over to our Ask Him, shall we? Now,
Yep.
My Ask Him this week, I'm going to do something rather different.
You haven't answered last week's, remember?
Yeah, well, the answer to last week's Ask Him, I'm just trying to figure out what the Ask Him was. Because I put it out there. And this week's we're going to do something different. Now, Daniel Scott Prominence mentioned the fact that Sting was a person who lost in his debut match in the WWE. Who was the former world champion that won his debut match in the WWE? What pay-per-view was it? And who was he facing? Answers on the postcard. Stick about plastic and whatnot. You can also go to my Facebook page, facebook.com, Michael Burhan, comment there. You can go to Wrestle Revolution, our Facebook group. It's groups, facebook.com groups/Wrestle Revolution. And I have to admit, we're doing really well on that. 85 members strong. So thank you to everyone that's actually participating. So let's go from there. And now let's move on to another topic. Let's talk a little bit of Supercard. I think we should talk some Supercard, while Brandon's not here, because usually he'll snort.
Yeah.
Well, can you give me? I do apologise, people out there. I'm going to be incredibly unprofessional right now and say, can you give me a second while I go for a slash?
Go for it. So Nick, tell us a little bit
about
Supercard. What have you been up to on
that? A lot of Road to Glory stuff. I've got my WrestleMania Daniel Bryan at max level. I'm working on the Edge right now. I've got everything in my lineup maxed out, so I haven't pro'd my Fusion Nikki yet, because I needed another fairly good diva in my lineup. Otherwise, my diva lineup is complete crap. Outside of a legendary pro AJ, not so much. I have a single survivor AJ, single survivor Emma, and so...
Yeah, I'm currently going on I've got like a legendary. I keep doing fusions to kind of try and put my tier up from Survivor at the moment. Doing loads of King of the Rings, and I have to admit the RTGs are pretty good. I was trying my hardest to get a Survivor card, and I've been going completely and utterly nuts trying to get the Survivor card done. But now, I've decided what I do is I wait for the RTG to reload, because you have to reload bouts, otherwise you've got to buy bouts. And I just do that and grab as many legendary cards as I can. So eventually, if I do legendary fusions, once I get my Survivor cards, I can do some survival fusions with each card and then build up that way. So that way, then it will increase my chances of getting more Survivor cards once I'm on Survivor Plus. Because Nick gave me some tips. What would your ideal tips be for anyone who's kind of starting out in a Supercard?
Fusions. because your fusion cards are going to end up being so Survivor Fusion Pro actually it ranks up well above every other Survivor Pro, and it also above all those Road to Glory and People's Champion Challenge pros, especially the Road to Glory ones. But fusions are a way to get really good cards in your deck without really having to spend money, because at most, because the legendary fusions are 3 days, so as long as you got the spare fusion material, you're good. Just don't stop doing fusions, because it's 3 commons for the common fusion, a common fusion, and an uncommon card for the uncommon, and then you get quite a bit of rares, in all honesty, so you can end up getting a lot of really good cards pretty easily, and it'll help. Like Legendary Fusion Pros rank right in the middle between regular Legendary Pro and Survivor Pros, so it kind of balances out somewhere in the middle there. It's nice because not everyone has every fucking Road to Glory card. Like, the only reason I have Brett is because it was easy as shit.
Yeah,
which I'm still shocked at.
I'm at the point where I can only get legendary cards. I can't go above that tier. I tried to go for a survivor card, but I end up running out of time. So it's bloody hard, and especially when you've got to spend money to farm, and I don't do that. I farm.
You can because I still yet to properly get into it, but you can pretty much achieve most stuff by, even though they
paying for it.
No, but you can. Yeah. Can you get as much as you can through sheer grinding?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've
played
over probably I've invested nearly 100 hours in this game from sheer grinding, and I've got to a level where Nick was previously, so I'm at the Survivor tier now. So the great thing about my level is I've got one Survivor card. I got a Survivor support card, which I managed to fuse with a legendary. To create a Survivor card that's kind of my lead card. So you usually have a card that's kind of your best card, that's your lead.
Champion,
Yeah, mine's Dean Ambrose, is 1,700 on his stats, and he's freaking amazing. And
see, I've yet to pull an Ambrose. I've gotten Roman, I've gotten
Ambrose.
Brian, I've gotten 2 Nickies, and I've gotten the Blassie.
Yeah, and for anybody who wants to play this game, you can play it on your PC by downloading an app called BlueStacks. It's an Android app for your PC. I use that to put the game on, and all you got to do, it's a paid-for app, but you don't have to pay as long as you download other apps onto that app, and you can just delete the other apps anyway after you download them.
Yeah.
And I play the game on there. It's great. You can download it on your iPhone. You can download it on your Android device. It's free. The great thing about this game, it's free. It does have microtransactions if you want to use them, and a lot of people
but you don't have to.
Yeah, you
the
don't
point,
have to.
Right.
And the great thing is, say like Nick can compete against me, but it's the computer playing my cards. So the computer would have my cards on the database, and it will play Nick against me, say at King of the Ring or something like that. It's really good. Patience is probably the lead thing for this game. Patience.
Yeah, it's. As far as in exhibition, King of the Ring is kind of you add energies to your cards, stuff like that. I've been really keeping an eye on when I get into the actual bracket. I see what the guy plays. If I need to switch something around, I can. But it's one of those things where a lot of times, I've been hitting second place in Survivor King of the Rings for I think my last 4, and it's like, oh really? Yeah. Thinking geez, if I'm not even gonna win, why the hell am I even? I should just bomb out when I get into the semifinals, so I can just get out with a Survivor card earlier.
And that's the thing, I've been trying to grind for Survivor cards. I'm gonna probably get back on the game later after I'm done here.
You're gonna get back on the game? I didn't realise you were becoming a prostitute. Sorry.
But yeah, I'm prostituting myself a super card. But it's a great little game to play for those who are out there who want to play. So shall we go on to the Iron Sheet tweet of the week?
Yeah, I thought we were going to do this. I was actually finding one before the show started. I've actually still have it pulled up.
Right, let me play the
for
music
anyone,
while you're
yes, please.
It. Right, there it goes, and then we're going to go for the Iron Sheet tweet of the week.
I want to know, are you the man or are you a fucking piece of shit? No good motherfucker. Fucking bullshit! Bullshit, Hulk Hogan. I'm the rare All-American gold medal. You are good. You are the best. But you know, I beat the fuck up. Fuck! Fuck! Oh, ho, ho! You know it, jabroni! Fuck! Fuck!
Fuck, I love that opening. That is so
Never gets
fucking
old.
good. Oh, no, it doesn't. Anytime you get Iron Sheik just yelling, it's great. So, Sheiky Baby's all over Twitter this week, as he usually is. We've got NBA playoffs starting up. We've got just shit going on left and right. But some recent controversy came out involving Adam Sandler. Apparently, some very racist remarks and shit was being thrown around at, I guess, some movie he's filming. And some Native American actors were very offended by it, and they weren't going to sell out and put up with this crap just to make a buck. So, when Sheiky Baby decides to jump in on something, he goes completely all out. Adam Sandler, you fuck with the Tatanka or the Wahoo Bubba, I break your fucking neck. And that, my friends, is the Iron Sheik tweet of the week.
Fucking bullshit!
God damn! I saw this, like, there it is. There's the tweet of the week. We got it.
So
I'd like to turn around to Adam Sandler, tap up, like pretend one day, you know, I'm behind him, you know, like on the subway or something, and play that tweet to him, and then tap him on the shoulder and just go, "You just got pwned, bitch."
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically our show this week. It's been a slow news week. In terms of wrestling, It's been kind of a meh week in terms of wrestling. If my recommended pick for those who want to watch professional wrestling, if you die of thirst, check out Lucha Underground, which for me, I enjoyed. They're currently competing for the Trios Championships. They've got very nice characters in there as well, and the girls are really kind of hot. Not gonna lie, love myself some Latinas. They also check out.
Let's be honest.
I do. Check out Ring of Honor as well. Ring of Honor, you had Samoa Joe versus Jay Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. That was pretty cool as well. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of wrestling. Don't check out TNA because fuck you, TNA. And WWE has been a snore fest for the last two. For Raw and SmackDown, it's
yeah,
really,
but we were expecting this, though, weren't we?
It's basically they're having sleeper season. I'd call it they're having their off season because the pay-per-view is going to be throwaway, so they're not really building much apart from doing the same old shtick. So you know, hopefully, we'll get to see a lot.
Russian chain match between Cena and Rusev, and I guess they're doing it like where you had to touch the four corners. So I guess it's a way to have Rusev lose for, you know, Cena win, LOL, without Cena pinning Rusev again, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to watch The Miz and Marine 4, you really have a death wish, because I wouldn't watch The Miz in anything. If I could not even watch him wrestle, that would be great. He just...
by the way, what the fuck was... They've had two matches between him and Miz now on TV?
I knew
because
I knew that ending was coming, and Summer Rae's like, I'm just a great actress. You're really not, Summer Rae. You're really not.
You're hot, but that's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
God, you know what? Get in the ring and wrestle with some of the girls instead of standing there with a gun.
You're his eye candy, but that's all you got.
The Miz with Summer Rae. I was just seeing her firing guns, and she just didn't even look. I was like, what are you doing? Why are you there? Are you just... The Marine 4 with The Miz plus furniture. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, let's end the show. Let's go to plugs.
Please.
Matt, where can we find you?
Just on my Facebook, man. I really don't. I have my own YouTube channel, but it's in the process of being reworked, if you will.
Incubus stage.
So I spread too many places and not centered in one. But you can also find me here, and that's where I'll be.
Dave, Mr. Longboy's Post, where can we find you? And I know what's coming.
You can find me in your favorite North Korean restaurant, happily preparing you your first meal of dog.
Lawnmower's Post 1975, people. Just saying, he's here all week.
Jeez.
These get really difficult to come up with. Do you know that?
YouTube.com,
Brandon.
The Nerd Genius, for myself. YouTube.com, The Nerd Genius. And also check out a show that's debuting tomorrow. Well, it's kind of the second episode now, called E-Tank. Myself and Xander, we do our 5 reasons kind of show. What it is, we did last week the 5 reasons for you to watch Pixels. This week we were talking about the 5 reasons that we're interested in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
I'm Batman.
So check that out, guys. Also, recently a picture of.
Can I just do a quick pinch plug for? Well, I just want to quickly. The latest video on my YouTube channel is a massive heartfelt thank you to everyone who subscribed to me, because I hit 4,000 subscribers this week, and so I just felt that I had to put a thank you video up about it. So sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but thank you.
My next video is going to be a vlog video for my channel as well, and also you're going to have a review. I've got 3 rather British reviews in the works for the next 3 weeks. I think I've got loads more content.
I'm going to buy you a pipe. I've decided.
One of them, the new one I'm going to do is Mario Kart 8, basically the DLC, talking about that, because it's a big thing going on at the moment, and plus I'm enjoying it so much I thought I'd talk about it. The second one that's coming out is Tropico 3. Third is going to be the Mortal Kombat X, and then the fourth one, Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm actually in talks with Activision to get a copy of Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty game, Black Ops 3, to review for the PlayStation 3, so we'll see how that goes. And that's pretty much it. Check that out. And I'm also doing videos called Who's That Pokemon? If you haven't seen them, people are loving them. You can send me requests, the ones you want done. I've got a backlog.
Do it. Do the voice.
A few people.
It's
Xander. So check that out. They are funny, I have to admit. They're pretty good as well. They seem to amass about 100 hits each, so that's pretty good. So check those out. New Rather British Reviews, as I said. Movie Files coming back. I've just got to basically get the time to sit in front of the camera and do it. And also next week I'll be at Play Expo, so I won't be here. So make sure that you tune in to the show. It'll be Nick, Matt, Mr. Lawnboy himself, and also Brandon Liggian, our host, coming back onto the show. He's away this week. So Nick, take us away.
Yeah, I'm over on Twitter at Gaming Pegasus 187, YouTube at the Gaming Pegasus 187. I'm on Xbox Live, Wii U, fucking Instagram, Supercard Pegasus 187. I'm all over the fucking place. I'm playing Mortal Kombat 10, Strider, Mario Kart. I'm just jumping
back
and forth
and digital form, people.
Yeah, I'm all over the fucking place. Anyway, Blair Places, go support independent wrestling. There are people in your neck of the woods with a ring, a pair of trunks, a dream to try and be the next fucking goddamn John Cena or whatever. Go support them. It's everywhere. Just look for it. Yeah.
I think you forgot peace, love, and humptiness.
Yeah, well, I'll sign us off then. Ladies and gentlemen, if you
I thought he was gonna play the music.
Check out pro wrestling. Basically anywhere that you want to go. Say like basically, if it's in your local sports hall, if it's independently out there, anywhere. If it's in the back of a shed. The one thing I will say not to check out is CZW because they're trash. The moment I see someone actually use a weed whacker on someone else's head, then you know it's time to call it quits. But yeah, so there you go, guys.
Also,
Anyway,
don't forget, if you live in the UK and you have free view every Saturday night on This Is Bristol, we have a channel named after my own town. You get the roundup of the UK wrestling on there Saturday nights, so check that out as well.
Yeah, anyway, fucking play the goddamn theme music. Peace, love, humptiness. We're out of here, bitches.
Nick Horacek, Mac Mahorta, Lawn Boys, Post, Michael Burhan saying good night.
Yeah.
This show is sponsored by Runnings. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a runs, then you want to basically make sure that you have a running. Because with wrestlers who crap their pants, they use everything because they can't stand still. So, If you flow too much in the back end, I suggest you go and consult a doctor.
Welcome to Slamcast.
This show is also sponsored by Taz, the man who complains about everything and wants for nothing. Yes, the human suplex machine who's 5 foot and a pinky. The gentleman who's so fat at the moment, he can't even stand straight. That's probably the reason why he was released. Probably ended up eating the whole of catering. Seriously, Taz. God, and next time you do an interview, dude, please just fucking own up to shit. You know, at the end of... What's the point of someone booking you an interview if you sit there and go, well, rumours are rumours, you know, no problems, no ill will. Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Sky's blue.
Decisions.
Night, you know, grass is green. Yeah. Fuck Josh Matthews. TNA are great, but I don't want to work for them anymore. Nah.